Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So this is the view within Local Falcon for my client. They are a personal injury lawyer. You can see the keyword is personal injury lawyer. And for the past several months, we've been tracking this keyword. At one point, we started around 10%. Then we've been kind of dropping our ranks of share local voice until July. July now we've had consistent gains that are taking place. Now we're at the 30% mark. You can see from every scan that I've done, the share of local voice, again, that's dots 1 through 3. That's what shows up directly on the map pack. Here is how the map is changing specifically for them. So again, we're going to cycle through all of March into July. Now, the big thing to understand here is that share of local voice is only dots 1 through 3. Those are the dark green dots. That means you're on page 1 of Google, which is actually especially important because sometimes even Google, I've noticed, for attorneys, might only show the top 2 listings. So the darker green, the better. But you can see now we're in July, and the map has really changed for them. They're getting more qualified impressions, website clicks, phone calls, and I even have access to some of their first party data as well, so I can see actual leads that are coming through. That's incredibly helpful for me because then I can keep optimizing their Google business profile, Apple Maps, Bing Maps, and also their website for more additional keywords to get them more leads for their business. But anyway, this is how the map is changing for them. I'm going to demo off TM Blast as the example of what I'm doing for my own account and maybe what you guys can do for your law firm to get more leads. So let's get into the Google business profile. Obviously, I'm signed in for TM Blast, but let's get started. So the first thing that really matters is Google reviews. Reviews, though, are only a part of the ranking factor. What I mean by reviews are important is that it can actually lead to a higher click-through rate for people who see your reviews. And most importantly, are you responding to the reviews with simply more than just a thank you? Include the keyword. Next, your primary category is important. So for me, it's just marketing agency. What I notice a lot of times is that for contractors who reach out to me, they have maybe 7 different categories, and the more categories you have, I've noticed that can actually dilute away from the primary. So always be sure to be as specific as you can to try to generate more leads for your business. Always go into the edit profile to see that. Next, for law firms, this probably won't be an issue, but having a physical address is a ranking factor. So if you have a physical address, that can help. But this is more for the contractors who typically reach out to me who are service area only. A lot of times they'll say, I'm trying to establish my business before I get a physical location. And generally, you need to have a physical location to compete, especially in the law firm. So most likely you already have that. Next, products here are, again, a click-through rate opportunity to increase your profile. Let's go to one. So Geo SEO service, that's a really, really popular service now that I've been providing. So I have an image and I have a text. So for my attorney, it's very much about going over the services that they provide, having high quality images of their practice to really help Google understand about personal injury, lawyer, everything else that they provide there. Next, their description is a slight ranking factor. What I mean by that is that you want to lead off with exactly what you do. I use Claude, Copilot, ChatGPT. I use all the different services to kind of recycle that on an ongoing basis, and then I sync that into Google and now Apple. But it's really important. So from a personal injury lawyer perspective, we really led off with that, and then we talk more about the nearby towns and cities that we service. That is a slight ranking factor, but again, it can help with the click-through rate. Finally, updates here. Updates is just a great way to show how active you are. Again, it can help click-through rate. So if you're an attorney or a law firm, you might want to share awards you've won. You might want to share photos of you and your team. You might want to share things that could be helpful around the areas that you service. So things like maybe laws that have passed or any accidents that might have taken place that you're considering to take on, or any type of helpful tips like what you should or should not say to an attorney or a lawyer. Just anything you can kind of provide to kind of allow Google to see the freshness, but also for users too to see the click-through rate. All right, I'm going to go to the website now, and I want to explain something that I do in all my videos, but I noticed that more people who reach out to me for hourly SEO are doing this, so I know it's helpful, so I'm just going to repeat it. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of my website, and this is what I've been promoting now for a while. Put the Google Business Map for your law firm directly into your footer. It's a signal for Google. When they look at your contact address, they can see the Google Business Profile embed map on the footer, so it'll be on every single page. That's a great start. And then also I use trustindex.io, and really what that does is that it brings in my Google reviews, but also Trust Index reviews directly into my footer. This allows from a schema markup perspective for Google and also Bing to understand a bit more about your practice. So if you're a law firm and someone says, "I reached out to this person for personal injury or workplace injury or anything else like that," this is now additional content that's picked up, that's read now by Google, really helps with the rankings as well. I'm not going to get into the website with landing pages and image optimization, internal links, and schema markup further. This video more is about helpful things you can do directly onto your Google business profile and ways you kind of are able to increase your share to obviously get more impressions, which will lead to more website clicks, phone calls, website form fills, booking online, anything else that's really important for your business to generate more in the pipeline. But I'll go back to the heat map. This is all that really matters here. More dots now are green for my client. They're getting more impressions. They're getting more leads for their business. And this is how SEO compounds over time. So it's an initial investment. We have to lay down the groundwork, get the work to search a result, and some changes, keep tinkering as we go through to see what is working and what is not. And then ultimately, when we're seeing that success take place, that's when it gets really exciting. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for the next one.